This morning, the woman who said she was 13 when Sean Jay-Z Carter and Sean Diddy Combs sexually assaulted her after the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards is heard talking to private investigators about her claim and agreeing that Jay-Z did not assault her.
So for the first time in this whole case, I'm talking about the Jay-Z Busby with the lady who said that Jay-Z and Diddy took turns on her when she was 13 years old, which I called bullshit from the start. You know what I'm saying? I definitely did call bullshit from the start. I'm one of them people. And I know that we live in an era where you are not allowed to say that people are lying and everything. I'm sorry. I'm one of the people that look at different cases and everything and I say, I don't believe in this. Yeah, I kind of believe in this one. You know what I'm saying? But in this particular one, no, I don't believe in it. Right? But the first time ever, Good Morning America has now released a voice recording of this woman walking back her claim in regards to Jay-Z and Diddy taking turns on her, right? She now came out to say, oh no, Jay-Z did not do anything. He was there, but he didn't do nothing. Which kind of makes me wonder, like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Because if you remember last year, Jay-Z's lawyer came out and said whatever he said. Then during an interview, this lady her story was not just making sense.
In addition to having autism, the woman says she suffered a head injury. The night of the 2000s VMAs, she says a friend drove her from Rochester, New York to Manhattan, a more than 5-hour drive. Her attorney provided NBC News with the name of the friend who has since died. The woman says she spoke to Combs' limo driver who offered her a ride to an after party.
I stumbled upon Diddy's driver who told me that I was exactly what Diddy was looking for.
What did you think when he said that to you?
I thought it meant that I was just pretty.
She went to a White House, she says, where she spoke to musicians Benji Madden and his brother.
I'm talking to Benji Madden about his tattoo because, I have about his tattoo that's the Last Supper because I have a religious background, so it was just something to talk about.
In a statement to NBC News, a representative of the Maddens confirmed that they did not attend the 2000 VMAs and that they were on tour in the Midwest at the time. At the after party, she says she had a drink that made her feel woozy. Then she says Combs and Carter took turns raping her while a female celebrity watched.
JC comes in and rapes me. He at that point I was fighting, trying to get away from him, and he put his hand over my mouth and told me to stop it, cut the.
After the alleged rape, she says she ran to a gas station where she called her father, who picked her up and drove her home.
We rode home in silence. He didn't ask me what happened. He didn't ask me what I did or where I was.
In an interview with NBC News, her father said he could not verify the claims. Quote, I felt like I would remember that, and I don't. I have a lot going on, but I mean, that's something that would definitely stick in my mind, he said. When we asked the woman about the contradictions in a phone interview on Friday.
Now, this voice note has now come out of two private investigators speaking to her and asking her questions and everything. Let's check it out.
The woman who accused Jay-Z of sexual assault has already dropped her lawsuit. But now, for the first time, you're going to hear the story behind the bombshell accusation that has since been withdrawn. Jay-Z's lawyer says it should put to rest any doubt about his innocence. This morning, the woman who said she was 13 when Sean Jay-Z Carter and Sean Diddy Combs sexually assaulted her after the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards is heard talking to private investigators about her claim and agreeing that Jay-Z did not assault her.
But Jay-Z you're saying he was definitely there? But he had no part in it, or he was just...
He was there. He was just there, but he didn't have anything to do with any sexual acts towards you. It was strictly, yeah.
The woman is also heard saying her lawyer put her up to suing one of the world's most recognizable stars.
He was the one that kind of pushed me towards going forward with him.
With Jay-Z? Busby did?
Yeah.
Do you know why?
No.
ABC News exclusively obtained a minute-long excerpt of the recording made days after the woman, identified as Jane Doe, permanently dropped her lawsuit against both Carter and Combs last month.
The people around Mr. Carter wanted to know what happened behind closed doors. And so they asked for her to be interviewed. The interview occurred, and the tape speaks for itself. She says, in no uncertain terms, Mr. Carter did not do this. It is effectively a lie. And the only reason Mr. Carter is even involved in this is because she was pushed to involve him, pushed to include him by a lawyer.
If this is true, if Busby coerced this woman and pressured her into doing this, I personally think that his license should be taken away. I mean, at the moment, I'm sure he cannot practice in New York no more. I think he was barred from practicing in New York, right? But I honestly believe that because a lot of stories have been out there right now. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people saying that this is what this guy does and everything. You know what I mean? And people like him. So if it comes out that he was the one that coerced this woman into this, I honestly think that he should face the wrath of the law. You know what I mean? His license should be taken away. I don't think this is right. Because a lot of men, imagine if you didn't have the power that Jay-Z has or the money that he has. A lot of men have gone down because of situations like this. Because they can't fight it. You know what I mean? Then the ones that can fight it, that just don't have the time and they have the money, they just pay off. Because they don't want to be dragged through this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because if you remember the letter that Jay-Z wrote to this guy, this is the first time ever that we've seen Jay-Z really respond to anything like the way he did. In that letter, he said, hey, I cannot wait to show you how different I am. So he has it out for this guy.
The accuser's lawyer, Tony Busby, called it a blatant lie that he pushed Jane Doe to sue Jay-Z, and he sent us this recording of a phone call with his client.
They say that they have you on tape denying that Jay-Z assaulted you. Is that true?
No. I don't. I've never said that.
Okay. They also say that you told them, and they have it on tape, that I, Tony Busby, told you to came up with this plan and told you to say that Jay-Z assaulted you so you would get more money.
No.
Jane Doe said in a court filing, although I ultimately chose not to pursue them, I stand by my claims. She says in a sworn declaration that she felt intimidated and terrified at being confronted by these two individuals on my doorstep. Was she coerced in any way?
Of course not. They did not coerce her, promise or threaten her in any way, shape, or form. She voluntarily met and spoke to them, and she told them her truth, which was...
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I love Jay-Z, big Jay-Z fan and everything, but you see people like Alex Piro, look at his face. I don't trust people like this, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I want to believe him so much, right? I want to believe this guy so much, but lawyers, when you're dealing with lawyers can keep a stone face and lie, bro. I'm not saying he's lying, though. That's not what I'm saying. But look at his face. Look at his eyes. You know what I mean? I can't trust a word that's coming out of this guy's mouth. I'm sorry. But I mean, if you're Jay-Z, hey, that's your lawyer, you got to be happy with what the man is doing still. You know what I mean?
Was under no circumstances did Mr. Carter do this. And number two, the only reason he's even involved in this is she was pushed to introduce him by a lawyer.
Does your client know Jane Doe?
No.
Ever met her?
No, Mr. Carter doesn't know Jane Doe, never met Jane Doe. There's no truth to any of this.
He vehemently denied the allegations at the outset. He spoke about the painful impact that they had, especially on his kids. How as a father, has he tried to handle this?
It's tough to hear a false lie said about you, spread through the internet, and affecting your children. It's tough on him. It's tough on anybody. But what he does is he proves himself innocent. Today is hopefully the final chapter in that, and then they're going to move forward. That's what Jay does.
Jay-Z is now suing Jane Doe and her lawyer for defamation. Why not let it lie? The case is gone.
The truth had to fully come out. This person cannot be allowed to sort of hide from the reality that this was a false accusation.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think that they should let this, I don't think that they should allow this to lie. You know what I mean? I think people that make this sort of accusations of on people, they should face punishment if it comes out that they are lying. In this situation, it's just a whole lot of bullshit. She's clearly saying, oh, that the lawyer pushed her into doing this. And then when the lawyer calls on the phone, she's saying, oh, no, I don't know nothing about it. So, like, which one is it? Which one is it? You go what I mean? And if I'm Jay-Z, I'm glad that he's pursuing this and everything. You go what I mean? They have to get to the bottom of this. You know, because we understand that Diddy's going through whatever Diddy's going through and all that. You know, but it's people like this that's making it hard for victims not to have a voice. It's people like this that's making it hard for victims to be scared to come out. Real victims. You get what I'm saying? And once again, you know, yes, I like Jay-Z and everything, but at the end of the day, listen, if he did this, he should go down. You know what I mean? But if you ask me whether he did this, no, I don't think he did it, because he doesn't strike me like she said she was 13 years old. You really have to be a sick person to look at a 13-year-old, right, and say, oh yeah, I'm gonna, like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad that this is happening. You know, this Tony Busby guy, he should get exposed and everything. And yeah, you know, because it's so funny when this news came out. All my friends, all my colleagues at work, because they all know that I rock with Jay. You know what I mean? Everyone will tell you, oh, your idol, your guy is going down, everything. I said, nah. You know, if it was someone else, there are celebrities that, you know, if you came out, I probably might be like, all right, I'm not sure, but let me keep quiet. But I knew, nah, this one just does not make sense. You know what I'm saying? But let me know your thoughts. Put your comments in the comment section. You know what I mean? If you agree with me, let me know. If you don't, just let me know. And tell me why, too. It's your boy, Toby. This is Fresh Off the Boat. Salute.